there was nothing to heal. And so you going around and around, what do I need to heal? What do I need to heal? There's nothing to heal. That's why you're not healing. It was a remembrance. It was a foundational remembrance. It was an activation. It was coming home to you. It was unlocking your code, your frequency to emit. That's what it was. But nobody gave you the key. Nobody told you where to go and what to do. And I'm getting annoyed with it now is because nobody freaking told me. And so I spent years trying to perfect myself to fit in with these people, and I was never going to fit in. Hi, welcome to my channel. If you don't know me, my name is Monique. I help intuitive individuals overcome everything that comes with your awakening experience. I help you step into empowerment, remember self, and activate your abundance template. I do this through very specific tools I have learned through my own remembrance and journey as a starseed. Testing, 1, 2, 3, are we on? I hope so, because I have so much wisdom for you. Like today, you're going to want to buckle yourself up. I mean, do you have a tea? Because I've got one, but who even knows if I'm going to get to it, because I have so much to freaking tell you guys about what is going on. But firstly, can I just tell you about like the hoops that I just had to jump through to do this? Okay, so I recorded this fantastic episode and I went to upload it to the computer, to edit it, to then get it to you, and there's no sound. So this thing better be working, because if it's not, you're not meant to have this wisdom. But I hope that it is deemed safe for whatever's going to come out of my mouth. I mean, to be honest, maybe what I said before was a bit rogue. Maybe Spirit was just like, we're just not going to air this. Like, there's no way that this is getting out. I don't know. I do say some whacked out stuff sometimes. But anyway, and also look at it. Don't even ask. Don't even ask. I mean, this is ridiculous. I know, but it has to be done. Anyway, welcome. Today, I really wanted to go over spiritual burnout. Now, this is a huge thing, and it's really showing up in your life in the way that you are looping. You keep looping. You healing, so you think, and you've still got anxiety, you've still got depression, you've still got all of these things, right? And it's this burnout that you have to keep feeling like there's more things to do and to heal. I mean, I'm sorry to be the bearer of bad news, because y'all want to keep attaching yourselves to something and some identity, but there is nowhere to go. Like, it's not a destination. There's nowhere to go. All you're going is inward. Like, you're only going inward. So I'm hoping that today you can finally hear me and go, oh, we're going inward. We have to live life. We have to love ourselves. We have to surrender. We have to trust. We have to sacrifice. We have to show compassion. Like, there's so many things that you're learning, and it's not suffering. Okay? You're not learning about suffering. I'm going to tell you that straight. To feel emotions, yes. To suffer, no, that's a choice. So when we get into this spiritual burnout, it's like we keep perfecting ourselves. There's something else to heal. There's something else to look out for. But the thing that I see with people is they're healing for an outcome. I'll heal so I can have more money. I'll heal so I can get a relationship. I'll heal so I can get that promotion. Stop healing for other people, right? And you might be like, but the money's for me. Honey, who are you trying to kid? Like, the money's for you, yes. But if we're healing for money, then that means that you want to use the money for status or some kind of hierarchical like viewpoint. So you can't fool me. I'm an intuitive, right? So if you don't know what that is someone that is very, very, very good at energy. We can see it, we can read it, we can feel it, we can manipulate it. We read all different timelines and dimensions, parallel realities, like we can do that. So when someone shows face to us, I'm trying to pretend somebody, we are the biggest like lie detector there is. And you're probably listening to this or watching this going, wait, that's me. Am I an intuitive? Can I read all that? Yes, you can. You can. You just never got taught. And that's why I had to start speaking, because my spirit was like, you need to show them. No gatekeeping, none of this nonsense that's out there. Like, show them what to do. Bring them home to themselves. Activate them in the way that you know how. And then from there, they will figure it out. It's the bridge that they need help with. And in the beginning, truth be told, I found it really hard. I was like, wait a second, I'm helping all these people and they're just disappearing on me. I mean, do I not get a friend out of this? I'm like all alone. I've got no one to talk to. Like no one wants to stick around. They're just like, thank you, bye-bye. And so I questioned them on this. Now I'm getting off topic here, but let me just explain this because this might be you also. But I wondered, I was like, wait, I mean, it sounds selfish, doesn't it? Do I get anything out of it? But it wasn't even like that. I was like, but why do people keep disappearing? Like, is there something wrong with me? Am I not meant to be having friends? Why can't I keep a friend down? And why, if I do, they literally last a year and off they go, off they're gone. And I don't want to be that person. And I mean, I started to look at myself and I'm thinking, maybe it is me. Maybe I'm getting bored, but that's really mean. Why would I get bored with a friendship? I mean, we're both getting something from it. And then they said this to me. I was not to get attached to people because if I get attached to people, then I'm going to slow down on the mission, all right? And they're saying that if you get like 10 groups of, one group of people with 10 people that you absolutely love, the 10 of you will literally sit in the living room and just talk to each other and never share your light. You'll never do what you came to the planet to do. And I started giggling because I thought, yeah, that's true, right? If I found my people, I would never venture out. I'd be sold. I'd be done, right? So they were like, so people are going to come in, you're going to help them, then they're going to go over the bridge. They'll stick around for a few months, about a year, and then they'll vanish. Now, I can already feel some people watching this going, that's not true. It's my life. Like it's what's happening to me. And I'm not saying it's fun. Like I don't wish it upon anyone. Anyway, that's all I'm going to say. Back to the point. Stay in the present moment. Like you have to focus on what is real to you. And truth be told, the only thing that's real is here right now in the present moment. Yeah. And so when you come into that space, you realize that you are whole, that you are enough, and there was nothing really to heal. And what you actually identify is the feeling that you feel in your body. So this emotion has a story attached to it. And all I want is you to look at the story. I just want you to look at the story and go, holy shit, where is the story coming from? What do I keep telling myself? And one of them for me was that the rich get richer. So that was already indicating that I was always going to be forever poor, because I had to have money to make money. And then I rewired that part of myself. And then all of a sudden I started to see a change. And it was so interesting to see what was weaved through my system, through other people, through the news, through school, through university, through my parents, through like everything. And I started to really begin to ponder on these like topics. And as I went in, I realized that there was actually nothing wrong with me. What I was healing was I was literally just rewiring a storyline. I was like, this is wild. I've been whole this whole entire time. I have been enough this whole entire time, and all I was looking at was the storyline of something I kept telling myself. Because when you look at energy directly, it's just energy, right? It's just the suffering within the human. So the suffering within the human is attached to a storyline. What's wrong with me? Why don't they like me? Why have I got no friends? Why don't they invite me? And then why do I go and then I don't want to be there, but then I want to be invited, but oh my God, it's just so confusing. But when you work it out, you're like, holy crap. So spiritual burnout is you keep going around and around and around. Keep healing, keep perfecting. For what? For the ego, for other people. Screw that. Stop healing yourself for other people. You can't out heal a personality, right? You can't heal yourself to fit in. Okay, so if you are feeling left out and you're like, maybe it's my abandonment wound. Maybe it's my rejection. I am feeling rejection, because spiritualists out there who are regurgitating information will tell you, oh, that's your wound. Yeah, were you abandoned when you were 7 years old? Oh, you were? That's that speaking. No, you're around people that you don't align with anymore. There is so many different messages to one thing, right? And this is what I've worked out. So in that one example, you could be around somebody in a party or like a gathering, and you think, oh, I feel so different. I don't fit in here. Oh God, what's wrong with me? Maybe I do have a wound. And if someone's, annoyed by it, they're going to say, what is wrong with you? This is your wound speaking. Maybe it's your husband, some kind of spouse or friend that's saying it to you. You just need to say, there's nothing wrong with me. I just firmly believe I am not meant to be around these people. Like I am not aligned with people and these people. And truth be told, I want to tell you a really personal story, because this is going to help you tremendously, I hope. I remember specifically saying this to somebody. Now I'm going to keep names private because I do want to respect their privacy. But I remember specifically saying this to somebody, and I said, there's nothing wrong with me. I am just not aligned with these people. And this person said to me, Monique, I don't think you're aligned with anyone. And I said, no, I am. I'm aligned with good-hearted people. I'm aligned with authentic people, real people, grounded people, honest people, transparency. Like, I'm aligned with that. I'm aligned with kindness. I'm aligned with humans doing humans well, living in this humanity well, mankind, right? Not this dog-eat world. How much information can we get so we can talk about it elsewhere? I'm not aligned with that. I'm aligned with pulling people up and talking truth and observing, absolutely. But I do it from connection and for evolution and love. I don't do it for shame or disconnection. There's a difference, right? But this is the thing. These people are gathering information for separation, for their own egoic tactics. Why? I don't know. You should ask them. I'm not aligned with those people. There was a point in my life that I was like, I am no longer going to keep pointing the finger at me that there's something wrong with me. There's a trauma, I don't fit in. There's a trauma, no one likes me. There's a trauma, I'm so sad and lonely. No, you're sad and lonely because you're hanging around the wrong people that you don't align with. That is not a healing thing. That is an actioning. That's an action of courage and strength and belief to walk away from that group of people and set in a tune with other people. Right? Because when you're in an environment that you feel safe and you feel heard and seen, look at that. Your abandonment has disappeared. So it begs for the truth now. It's like, so did you have the wound or not? Or were you around in situations that the storyline that was being projected on you was telling you that something was wrong with you, something happened that now you're abiding by? Well, I mean, it gets really, really twisted in this, right? Because it's like, well, there's so many different distortions and truths and facets to all of it. But at the end of the day, the truth is within your heart. If you feel that you are whole, right? Beyond the belief of you telling yourself that you need to heal. If you feel in your heart that you are enough and that you would be safe and connected if you were to have a cup of tea with me, possibly I'm not the great one to give an example of because maybe you wouldn't feel safe with me. I don't actually know. I would hope so though. But let's just think about people that you'd feel safe with, right? Get your safe people. And if you don't have any, then just put me in or not. But if you put yourself in your safe people all the time and you take yourself away from people that don't make you feel safe, like in-laws and like friends of in-laws and friends of your spouse, like all these people that you don't align with, if you never had to see these people again, how empowered would you actually feel? Right? So there's that. So that I'm just proving my point that there's actually nothing wrong with you and that you are whole. Then we need to look at, okay, so what is the contract behind why you're actually in front of these people? Like, are you there to teach them something and you're just like, oh God, abort mission, get me out of here. I don't want to deal with these people. They're unsafe, right? Then we would look at why you're there. And in my experience, I had to own my authenticity. I had to own my light because when I was around these people, I dimmed it. I think I gave it to them. I was like, here, take my light, take my power. I don't want it. Oh, don't look at me. Ooh, can we get you a drink, Monique? No, thanks. No, thank you. A water? Okay. Yes, please. I just get really awkward. I'm like, no, I don't want anything. And then all of a sudden they go again, like, do you want a water? I'm like, okay, a water's fine, thank you. But I just got super weird and super awkward because I didn't own my power. I didn't own my light. And with that, I realized that, okay, it was that it wasn't something that I needed to heal. It was something that I needed to acknowledge. It was something that I needed to embody. And this is what I want to share with you today. It's not a healing thing because that's why you're getting burnt out. Why can't I heal? Why can't I do this? Why aren't I feeling better? It's because you're in the environment that doesn't make you feel safe. You are actually needing to expand and illuminate and emit that rather than retracting and dulling the light. Because when you do that, the story that comes in from other people and the programs that they're running by, especially if they're in the spiritual community, those are the most toxic people. They are the biggest gaslighters I have ever met. They are the biggest manipulators I have ever met. Literally, like you could have a farmer that's like, what's wrong, darling? Can I help you? You know, they actually want to help you. The spiritual community out there, the gaslighters and the manipulators, they're like, you're projecting. You've got a trauma. You this, you that. Honestly, take my word for this. They are the ones that are going to make you feel worse. Right? They do a reading for you, a tarot reading. Oh, God forbid they tell you that your ex is coming back and then they don't. I mean, you're into a flimsy of going, why aren't they coming back? You know, Sally on the internet told me that they were coming back. They cause more problems than they do good. I mean, if we were taking a tally on these people, whoo, we need to stick to truth. We need to stick to grounded truth and authenticity, empowerment. Right? And I'm telling you right now, there is nothing wrong with you. There is nothing wrong with you. There is nothing wrong with anyone. There is nothing wrong with anyone. You are whole. You are sovereign. You are free. You are grounded in your authority if you choose. If you choose. That's your choice. This life is a choice. That is free will. You have a choice. So you get to decide that right now. Do you want to choose wholeness? That there's nothing wrong with you and that you can step into your abundance template right now? Here with me right now, step into it. There's nothing wrong with you as you realize that you have been putting yourself into situations and circumstances that have been telling you the story that there is something wrong with you, that there is a trauma within you. Yes, you might have experienced something that got your energy out of whack and caused a disharmony and an out of balance situation within the prana, but there is nothing wrong with you. That can be balanced right here, right now, when you believe that you are whole, you are one. And that possibly you've been in situations where you needed to shine your light and to heal these people, but instead they pushed it onto you as if there was something wrong with you. There was nothing wrong with you. Your trauma is your guide, your teacher. It was teaching you of who was safe and who wasn't. So now we come up against this situation where we meet Sally, who is a backstabber, who is full of this illusion, of this distortion, of this envy. And all of a sudden we react to it and now we have the trauma. I'm sorry, Sally, you've got a lot of balancing to do in there, honey bun. We didn't have the trauma. We saw things, we witnessed things, and now we're witnessing it again to show us that we need to step up. We need to rise to the occasion to share our light to help Sally. If you don't want to help Sally, that's fine. You can look in you and realize you are in the wrong environment. And now we come into learning about courage and strength and faith, trust. Because those are really hard to learn, just like transmuting a healing or whatever from the past, the trauma. That is just as hard because as you step up and you rise to the occasion and you speak your truth to say, I don't align with these people, that is the most alchemized you will ever be. Speaking wisdom, truth, grounded in your authority, knowing your worth, and with confidence you say, I'm never doing this again. That is the most healed, aligned, and grounded you will ever be. So now you can see, going back and dealing to these traumas is a loop. It is within the filtration of the light, the false light. It is keeping you in a loop on purpose. There is something wrong with you. This is a projection. Now you know why I have a problem with these spiritualists out there that are not empowerment, they're disempowerment. Right? They're disempowering people every single day by telling you you have something else to heal. I'm telling you, if you go on that, you're going to have something to heal until the day you die. And the moment you take your last breath, you're going to realize, holy shit, the game was to live. The game was to be empowered, to share my light, to transmute, to alchemize, to make this world a better world than when I came. You're going to realize that on your last breath. Not today with me. I'm telling you right now. Because I've asked all these questions. I've gone into my channel and I've asked all of it. All of it. There is not one thing that I haven't asked. I've been doing this for a really long time and people have asked me to ask things. And even I'm like, wow, that's so wise. Whoa. So I'm telling you, I've asked all the questions. The principle to this, to get out of this suffering, of which you may call it, is truth, is sovereignty, is presence. now, here in the now, right now with me. That's how you get out of this. That's how you get out of that. That is a cult. That is consumerism. Keep coming back to me. I'll keep healing you. Yeah. You don't get any gifts. You don't get any codes. You don't get anything. You don't get any empowerment. You don't get any activation. You don't get any remembrance. All you remember is there's something on the other side that's more powerful. No, it's you. You are it. You are the universe. You are God. You are everything. You are the sign. You are the manifestation. You are absolutely everything. And nothing in its neutral point, all at one time. So, do you still think you have traumas? Or is it the story? Because if it's the story, that's fine. We can still transmute and rewire. We can still alchemize all of the templates and the patterns and the programs. We can still do that. That's fine. But if you're ready to change your story for good this time, I'm in it. Let me know. Email me, comment, whatever you want to do. But I'm right here with you because you are whole. I want to tell you about the biggest illusion was that you needed to heal. No, honey, you needed to remember. Because if you're anything like me, you've been in situations that have been telling you that there's something wrong with you this whole entire time. Even when I can go on the old belief that I did have trauma. No, Monique, you went through all of this. That's real. Well, it was real for my human, but for my soul, it knew what it was doing. It knew that it was sacrificing to help yet another soul. And I know that sounds whacked out depending on the severity of your trauma. But I'm sure if we were speaking one-on-one, you could tell me anything and I could heal you within an instant. And I'm hoping that this is what's going to happen to you after listening to this. Is you are whole the whole entire time, okay? Feelings are just feelings. Teachers, messengers. The suffering was a choice. That's free will. You to remember was everything. You in these situations that are ongoing now, you can't out-heal them because it's nothing to heal. There was nothing to heal. And so you going around and around, what do I need to heal? What do I need to heal? There's nothing to heal. That's why you're not healing. It was a remembrance. It was a foundational remembrance. It was an activation. It was coming home to you. It was unlocking your code, your frequency to emit. That's what it was. But nobody gave you the key. Nobody told you where to go and what to do. And I'm getting annoyed with it now is because nobody freaking told me. And so I spent years trying to perfect myself to fit in with these people, and I was never going to fit in. And so society told me that there was something wrong with me. There wasn't anything wrong with me. I was surrounded by the wrong people that society and my egoic ways and programming told me what to do and who to be around. But my soul knew that I needed to reprogram it, but I couldn't figure it out. Until I devoted myself to this work and I realized it all. I saw it all. And now when I see the parallel realities, I mean, it tells me even the backing of what I was missing. It tells me everything. And I'm like, God be damned. And people are still out there trying to, recite this trauma. How's that going for you, by the way? Telling the same story over and over, how your dad hurt you, how your mum did this, or how someone touched you inappropriately. Like, how is that going for you? You're re-traumatizing yourself. That's not what needs to happen. That's not healing. Going to therapy and rehashing what happened, that's not it. You're an energy being. If you rehash it, what happens? It's the same as manifestation on the other side. If you rehash it and you visualize it, you're going to feel it. You're going to reactivate it. Like, it's no different from going back and rehashing or trying to manifest. You are literally manifesting what you've already had. That is the loop. Then you loop around again. It's insanity, isn't it? Now that I say it, are you seeing it? It is literally insanity. Oh my God. And I just am so activated in my power when nothing can stop me. People have been trying to shut me down for so long. They have been trying to silence me. It is insane. Like humans that can feel the power, that can sense the power in me, and they've tried to shut me down. I can feel them energetically, physically, what they say, what they do. They've tried to shut me down. I don't know why. I mean, I know one reason why. Nothing of what we need to talk about here today. All I want to tell you is spiritual burnout is very real, because healing in actual essence is not a thing. The way that they're teaching it is not a thing. It's the energies coming back into harmony with thought alone, and you realize that you're this powerful, magical being that is ready to transmute and illuminate not only you, but others. And when you start to speak, you're going to do the same as exactly what I've just done now for you, which is my gift. My gift that after so long of trying to put the pieces together, this is my gift to you. That now you can realize, if you want to do the storyline and keep trying to go back and activate and do all of these wild third eye openings and everything like that, I mean, you do that. But I'm going to be here in truth. I'm going to be here grounded in love. I'm going to be here in devotion, in my sovereignty, in my freedom, released from this entrapment. You can too, if you choose. You can be abundant tomorrow if you choose. The storyline has to stop. The alchemization needs to happen. The embodiment process needs to start. Devote yourself. Come home to you. Remember who you are. There is nothing wrong with you. Stop trying to heal yourself out of that bad situation, of that job, of that marriage. There is nothing to heal. There's everything to remember. That spiritual class that's saying that there's a projection, it's the mirror, it's this, that, these things are very real, okay? They are upon these ancient practices, but let me show you the truth of it, because whatever they're doing out there is not real. They are talking about it from the other side as judgment. They're talking about it from the other side to give themselves an excuse to why they behave a certain way. We're not aligned. That's not love. That's not love. We're not aligned. That's disassociating from something that you need to deal to. You can still show love, compassion from afar. You don't need to talk to me. By doing what you're doing is actually no better than the people that you despise. You're doing exactly the same, but now you're just flipping something on it and going, oh, you're just projecting. That's your trauma. That's not mine. I'm not taking responsibility for it, and you're out of alignment, so I'm moving on. No, you're a snarly little bitch, and that's not love. That's not alignment, right? You know that. So I want you to set those people free and walk forward. You know, you're going to be better off talking to a farmer, someone at the grocery store, than these people. They're disempowering you every single day and keeping you into a loop. And no wonder why you're burnt out. No wonder why you think that you're broken and you're never going to be fine and you're never going to be aligned, is because they keep reciting it to you as a story. You just got to keep going deeper. Half agree, right? No, you're going deeper with yourself. So Sally, quit the joke now. It's not funny. Actually, people are getting really hurt. Because we're now literally questioning as a society, as the WAR within ourselves. That is the WAR, is in here. WAR, oh my God. It is within ourselves. It's within the shadow. And mind you, the shadow has to stay for the light to be balanced. It all has to be balanced. That you're never going to be completely light filled. So these people trying to reach enlightenment to a place of like a destination, it doesn't exist. Everything is in balance. That's polarity. Without polarity, this dimension collapses, and God be damned if you try and tell these people. They'll just keep again reciting it from the other side. That's just your shadow. It has to be there. It has to be aligned. It has to be balanced. But polarity is very real. It's going to stay. It's going to stay in our lifetime. Because otherwise the whole system collapses. You know it, I know it. I mean, we're talking about physics here now, right? Like, we're going into the depth of it, but when I just started out just to say that there was nothing wrong with you, and there absolutely is nothing wrong with you. It was just a remembrance. You can heal in the speed of light. And I've literally said this in my book. I went on to question it because I was like, hold on a second. What's out there is X, Y, Z. So when it's coming through us in the channel, so what? And I realized it. I saw it. I felt it. I tasted it. I was around these people. I could feel it. And I just thought, wow, you're all keeping each other in a loop, all weaved in each other's bullshit, sniffing each other's buttholes. And you keep just reciting it, and in 10 years, probably just from the spiritual light, but it's all just the false light, it's all deception. And when we finally realize that we are the light, we are the key, we have everything, you finally put it together and you go, wow, I can't heal my personality. I am who I am. And I'm certainly not going to try and heal your personality either, because I know I can't. I can't barely even help you. You only can help yourself. And I'm certainly not going to keep blaming myself because I don't align with you and then call it that it's just my mirror inside and I need to look within. Maybe you just don't align with them, and that's where you need to start. When you move forward, you'll look at it deeper within the mirror, within the consciousness. But for now, my honey, I just want you to start where I started and just call it BS, call it for what it is. Because if you can't see it right now, after me explaining it and saying it, I don't know what's going to convince you, really. I actually have no idea what's going to convince you if the absolute truth coming from me and setting it straight with these examples, if that doesn't move you, I don't think anything can. It's truth. But you're going to sit here today and go, holy shit, you're right. I can't out-heal my personality. I am who I am. I am going to speak the truth. I am going to be outspoken, and I'm going to love deeply. I'm going to care too much. You can't tell me that caring is a coping mechanism anymore, Barry. You can't tell me that, because I love deeply and openly. And if that gets me hurt, then that gets me hurt. You can't heal your personalities, and you can't out-heal situations that you have outgrown. You've outgrown them. It's time to move on. It's not a healing mechanism. It's a choice now. It's a choice of devotion to you, to your expansion, to your alignment, to your inner peace. I love you so very much. If you could subscribe, that would be amazing. And if this has sunk into you deeply, where you feel it to your core and to your bones and to your bloodline and to your remembrance, to all of the higher aspects of you, let them in, because they want to come in now. It's time. That is a loop. That trauma, that story. Healing is going to burn you out. If it's true alchemization, you will feel it. It will expand. It will transcend. You will feel it. If you do not feel it, you're either doing it wrong or there's nothing to heal. Let this be the truth. All right. I'll see you in the next episode. Have no idea what next is coming. But boy, oh boy, with this fire that's coming through, truth is really steaming in to be grounded in on this planet, and she is awakening on all of her timelines. Mwah. I'll see you next time.